All right, we're moving on to agenda item 9.0, action items. And do I hear a motion regarding the 2020-2021 general fund budget amendment?
Madam Chair, I move to amend the 2020-2021 general fund budget to provide all eligible permanent employees a step increase for the 2020-2021 fiscal year.
Thank you, Dr. Powers. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Oswald. All right, Mr. Salters, I will turn it over to you to walk us through this.
Thank you,
item.
Madam Chair, members of the board. As you're aware, the state legislature this spring came together and basically recommended to the governor's office to retroactively provide the step for our teachers. That was frozen at the beginning of this year, given the BEA's projections for state revenues. They weren't sure what those were going to be, so they froze the step for teachers. And they decided to reinstate that step. That was ratified by Act 3 on March 16th of this year by the governor. And so this motion constitutes the amendment to put that step back in place. Historically in the district, when teachers have gotten a step, the board has also given that step to the other employees in the district, and so that's what the motion includes. And the way the motion, or the law reads, it's all eligible employees who are meeting requirements of their contract as of March 1st of this year. So, and the way this would work would be that on April 26th, which is our next pay date, employees would receive a retroactive payment for all the days up until that time, and then going forward for the rest of the year on the normal pay cycles, their pay would be adjusted to reflect the step increase. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Mr. Salters, so the state is providing the funding for teachers?
They're providing a portion of that funding for teachers, and so about $1.6 million of funding. The overall increase is about $3.6 million, and so the balance of that would come from the leftover surplus from the 2019-2020 surplus that we had. As you recall, we did the one-time bonus back in December using some of that surplus. And so there would be, after that, there would be about $300,000 left, and we would anticipate covering that with, anticipated surplus that we would have this year.
So roughly 60% of the total step is Lexington One funds.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then, I know we started the 2021-2022 budget process, but we'll have to incorporate the step increase into the FTE projections for that, correct?
That is correct. It's part of the base budget
Yeah.
that we're working right now. I mean, we have that ready to present to you guys next week should this pass, but right now in our working budget as part of that base budget, this step would be.
Which again, I guess you said 3 million. How much is it? You said?
It's about 3.6.
That's net new expenses for that budget, which will affect the ratios and or the millage decision, correct?
Right, and we look at the budget. Obviously, we start with a zero-based budget every year, so we look at the revenue and the expenditures kind of with a fresh look every year. So, but that is a cost impact.
And then I think you said they have to be a current employee of the district as of March 1st. So if you left the district February 1st, you would not be eligible retro.
That is correct. You have, that's the way the state law is written for teachers. It's March 1st, fulfilling their requirements as of March 1st. And so we would hold that true for our other employees as well. So if they left late February, they would not qualify.
Board, are there any other questions for Mr. Salters? All right, we have a motion on the table. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And the motion carries.